My phone holder. Where did it go? Oh, can't find it. Ain't that a bitch? Huh. I wonder where it went. Well, I'm just gonna have to. Oh, there it is. I got this little phone holder. My helping hands. Put it in there. There we go. Hey, double tap the screen. Come on now, give that screen a double tap, please. Or don't. Goodness. Oh, one. Hey, one person out of 3 tap. Thank you. How you doing? What's up, Daniel? Oh, thank you for double tapping. I appreciate it. It actually helps the algorithm. Man, I got my hair. Well, I'm so. I was. That was better than sex. I feel like a human being once again. Whew. That's the best $17 I spent in a month. Oh, goodness. No, I'll be sharp tomorrow when I go to court. I washed my suit jacket and everything. I did my laundry. I washed my suit jacket, my pants, my tie, and everything. You've seen my go to court suit, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure you have. Yo, Mr. Will. I thought you had. What's up, Mr. Will? Eddie, Margaret, how we doing? So now all I'm going to do is wait until about 7 o'clock in the morning and get out here and put my thumb out. That gives me 2.5 hours to get 36 miles. I think it'll happen, you know. It's all in the good Lord's hands. I think Uber's like between 50 and 90 bucks, depending on, you know, what time of the day and, you know, the demand and all that other crap. Oh, Mr. John, I'm in seventh heaven. I got my head washed and all. Best 17 bucks I've spent in a long time. I feel like a human again. So getting all, you know, dressed up and smell pretty and all for court tomorrow. Not that I really care what the judge thinks, but you know. Well, hello, Russia. Or help is Russia, whatever. What's that say? Help is Russia? Hello is Russian. Okay. John, man, I feel so freaking good. I mean, you can only take a sink bath so many times, and you got to take and wash your hair and shit, you know? And man, I was so glad to get my hair washed and shit. But, yeah. And I saved $6 by waiting until today coming here than to try and stop at one. See, it was totally out of my way to go to a truck stop yesterday, before I left. And I figured, oh, heck, I'll just, stop at a truck stop when I get there. I didn't know I was going to break down, but it all worked out. Oh, you haven't missed nothing at noon. Everything's the same. I've got a spot I'm staying. It's $18 a night. No electric or sewer, but $18 a night. Place to park. And I'm right next to a gas station and restrooms and stuff, so it is what it is. Well, AAA didn't call me this evening or nothing, so I'm going to try and go with the news and shit tomorrow about that tow and the experience I had, and see if I can get some publicity from that, because I think that's just totally wrong. And one of the real bad things, which I'll say now because I was kind of keeping it until I talked to AAA, but evidently they don't care. Don't get me wrong. I liked the kid. He was young. He's going to be a hell of a tow truck driver. He did pretty damn good, but you can't cross state lines at 19 with a CDL. You must be 21 years old. So the whole tow was illegal. Everything about the tow was illegal. And they don't want to talk to me? Well, that's okay. I'll take it all to DOT and stuff, because I'm tired of the way AAA's ripping people off, baiting and switching them and stuff like that. If I'd been in an accident, he would have had insurance that covered, because he can't legally cross the state line unless he's 21 years old driving the tow truck. And I've got him telling me that himself. He said, man, I might not even make it home. And I'm like, what do you mean? That's when I learned that he was 19. Well, after we're going down the road, already hooked up and everything. It's not like he said, hey, man, I'm 19, I'll tell you, but we're taking a chance. I could have my rig impounded and yada, 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 yada. Until we were already hooked up and down the road. And we was talking, and he's like, yeah, well, yeah, I may not make it home and this, and I'm like, why, And he's, well, I'm not supposed to cross state line. Because I said, why? He said, I'm 19. And I said, well, you can have a chauffeur's license at 19. I had one at 17. And he said, oh, no, I'm the chauffeur's license, not the problem. To cross state line, you must be 21 years old with the tow truck and whatnot. So, yeah, everything about the whole damn thing was illegal. And if we had been in an accident or something, would his insurance covered? And I don't blame it on the kid and the company. Here's a guy that didn't want to leave me stranded on the highway and this, that, and the other. But like I say, I could have involved the cops last night and had a hell of a wing ding. Well, AAA don't give a shit. So hopefully I can go to the news tomorrow, or maybe make some posts here on the internet where people pay attention. That's totally wrong. The first truck they sent me wanted $1,000 and wanted to use a little medium duty. And because he didn't want to drop the drive shaft and couldn't reach it from the rear, he decided he didn't want to tow. Then they sent me a big wrecker and whatnot. Nothing's discussed about any money, any payment until we're about halfway there. But before that, the kid tells me, well, I'll be lucky to make it home tonight, as long as I don't get pulled over. So, we'll just see what happens. Mr. Eddie to get both of them in trouble. And, I really don't care. I just want the truth to come out. I really don't care. I put up with getting my rim ruined, pretty much, and I put up with a lot of things. And all AAA had to do was just contact me today and say, "Hey, we'll talk tomorrow. We'll talk in a few days. We'll work on whatever." But see, they don't give a shit. So I want the world to know how they're operating, and what kind of companies. The, this kid says on the call that he's friends with the AAA dispatch and whatnot. So they know how old he is and stuff. They know these laws. That it yes, the kid could have turned down the call and refused it and whatnot, but AAA knew. AAA knew. I used to drive for AAA. Oh, I hope people keep looking, John, because hell, I'm on borrowed time. It's only a little bit of time before they're going to, something's going to happen. You know what I mean? And that would be me losing the RV or something or whatever. So I hope y'all still looking. I can't do Facebook and stuff. They won't let me, so I can't look on Marketplace or anything. So I hope y'all keep helping me, looking. I really appreciate it. Things change every day. I've had no leads on nothing, but I haven't called any junkyards yet. I was going to wait until after court tomorrow. I just want to get my head right, get laundry done, get a shower, relax, and do things today. You know what I mean? And just get regrouped for court tomorrow. Hey, Daniel, I know you are. Thank you for looking too. I hope something pops up that, I can only do what I can do. And, I think the tow company and everybody's just lucky that I was the person I was and gave up $500 that I didn't have to give up. I think AAA should have told me, hey, they should have just called me and said, look, we're going to refund your $500. All they had to do was call me and talk to me. But they just like the ass whites at Walmart would not call and talk to me. That's the way the world's gone with these corporations nowadays. They just want shit on you. But it is what it is. Hopefully I can get the news interested. To me it's kind of a news story right before Christmas and all, and the bullshit with AAA and everything. Oh, I've got the faith. He ain't gonna let me down. Absolutely. Trust me, I got the faith. I've got the faith. I got so much faith that, hell, you never know. Maybe someone sees my story and is good and has a nicer, newer motorhome and drops it off and donates it. Wouldn't that be something? I mean, I don't put anything past the Lord. That would make the trolls' heads just spin right off like the Exorcist movie, Wouldn't that just be funny as hell? If I got like a new RV, donated or something like that, all of them trolls' head would spin right off their head. Talking about karma and this, that, and the other. 1188, right on. Oh, hey, just anything would be a big blessing. Another RV or an engine, either one would be a big blessing. Hopefully by tomorrow I have the AAA set up and done. AAA, the GoFundMe set up and done, where we can get the money up and get an engine, and that's why. I mean, hell, got to have the money before I can buy the engine. I say I found one right now, and I'm telling people, well, blah blah blah, and I ain't got the money to buy it. Well, let me see how long it takes to get for GoFundMe. So we'll see what happens. If that guy would have took $700 or $800 for that one that's an hour and a half away, or no, it's not an hour and a half away, or yeah, wasn't it? I looked it up. It's 120 something, about an hour and a half away or whatnot. it would cost $500 to do it in a U-Haul. I would have gave him, 6 or 7 for it, but all I wanted is the engine. And he said, no, 1,200 firm. He knows the RV shot. It's got good tires, good rims, a good engine, and a good motor, but everything else is shot. It's a bounder, just like that one that I helped move in Courtside, Arizona. That the walls separated from the fiberglass and all kind. Those are junk. They're pure junk. And I didn't even see the pictures, but the guy's like, yeah, it's not made to go back on the road or nothing. But they just wanted to sell it for parts. And $1,200 firm, come tow it off their yard, and they don't care what you do with it. Wouldn't even come down off the price. And I think it said $1,200 or best offer, but yeah, he wouldn't come off of the $1,200 at all. Well, I'm sure that it would be. I haven't asked John, but I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, there's going to be. I don't know, but it all depends. If I can show that I'm working towards, like if I get a GoFundMe and I start getting an agent, if I can show that I'm actually trying, whatever, it might be a different story. But I don't know. I didn't ask if there's a state limit or anything like that. But I don't want to worry until after court tomorrow. And then, I'll try and figure a place maybe I can be towed to 30 miles away. Maybe I can find a campground. Maybe somebody's got a spot there, rent me, whatever. See, I don't know. I'm just waiting on something to happen like I was in Wichita pretty much. But I haven't had the chance to do videos or anything, and me not being on Facebook, trust me, it's real hard. It's real hard. On Facebook, I'd already had a place to be and everything. So, let's see what happens. I'm worried about getting to court in the morning. That's the only thing on my mind, and the most important is my dogs and to go to court. Well, by paying $18, I know everything will be fine. There's cameras in the vehicle. There's cameras all over here and whatnot. Everything will be fine. I'll be gone a couple hours to court. I'll come back. Everything's going to be fine. That's well worth $18 to me. Now, I still, by law or by agreement, I still have 2 more calls for AAA. So if they did say I can't stay no longer, or I reached my max, 3 days, 7 days, whatever it is, they got to give me time to call AAA. You know what I mean? Refuse to sell me to renew it for a night or whatever. They got to give me time to call AAA to get a tow out of here. And AAA's, it's not going to be 100 miles or nothing. It's going to be 30 miles. That damn well better be covered under a 100-mile tow. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you never know. You never know. There's a good chance I would. I could have swore somebody told me they was from Mount Vernon, Missouri on here, but evidently they're not, or they haven't seen me in a while or something, but someone, or it may have been on TikTok, it could have been on TikTok now that I'm thinking of it, wanting me to come to Mount Vernon, Missouri, and here I am, where are y'all? You got that. How is 77 your favorite number because you got 8 more? Now I can see if you like 88 because you get 8 twice, or if you're 68, that's where you do me and I owe you one. I've never heard of 77 because you get 8. What, that one I don't know about. Oh, okay, 69 and 8. Yeah, okay, I got you now. I got you now on that. Oh, Mr. Snaps, as good as it can be. If I make it to court in the morning and back home, I'm going to be such a freaking happy camper, and I'll tackle the rest of the day and the next day when that happens. Right now, with court and everything, that's all I got on my mind right now. Oh, yeah, people, please double tap the screen, show the algorithm you like this. And if you would, sign that petition at 420jim.com. 420jim.com. Nobody belongs in jail for weed, and we need it federally legalized now. We're going to lose hemp products next year if you people don't stand up and help me out or help ourselves out. We're already a month into that. It ain't. So instead of 12 months, we're down to about 11 months. You know what I mean? It's going to be here so quick. And before people know it, it's going to be banned everywhere. And what's the shame is the people say, well, I smoke bud, not hemp, so I don't care. Hemp is what could save the world. Hemp fuel, hemp plastic, hemp paper, hemp everything. That's why they don't want it. They don't give a shit about people buying it out of a damn smoke shop. It's all a damn lie. It's big pharma. It's the alcohol. It's the tobacco. It's all of them together that don't want the hemp product. It's hurting the alcohol business. It's hurting all of them. And to me, I say too bad. You know what I mean? Their war on hemp is just stupid and outrageous. But there is a little good news that is happening right now. Now, of course, this could get kicked around for a couple of years or whatever, and then the ban's going to go in effect. But 3 major marijuana producers right now have filed a lawsuit and is asking the Supreme Court to rule on it. Oh, God, wouldn't it be something if the Supreme Court ruled that they had to legalize cannabis everywhere? That would be just great. I don't see it happening and whatnot. We need to get this petition filled, get the signatures on it, and I'll add the Supreme Court to the one that does the decision. And we'll put it in front of the Supreme Court, too. So, and they haven't made up their mind whether they're even going to hear it or not. I think that happens in another week or whatever. So if y'all haven't heard, there's 3 major cannabis corporations that, are liking the money and stuff, which I knew that would happen, that has filed a federal suit with the Supreme Court asking them to hear the case. I think the Supreme Court will back out of it and not hear the case. That's what my personal thought is, but you never know. We get the people behind it and show them the petition for Congress and the president and whatnot, the Supreme Court might just do it. You know what I mean? So that's just one more thing coming up in our arsenal. Ah, goodness sakes. You notice my lights, the generator's been doing a little like it did when I first bought it. It's been doing that all afternoon. It started doing it right before I changed the oil. Yeah, I'm going to say probably, John, 10 days would be the max here. One could probably ask or get 10 days. That's $180. That's not chump change. But to stay 10 days is $180. Um, Me, I just wanted peace of mind until I get back from court. Uh, um, so I went ahead and paid for tonight, and I'm going in here in a few minutes and pay for tomorrow night in advance. And it'd be all right. The one guy told me they don't have the guy going around enforcing it like they used to all the time. Uh, but I don't want to take that chance. You know, my luck. They hire whatever. Somebody will something will happen, and So I'd rather just go ahead and pay the $18. Then I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I mean, to pay $18 to have the safety and know my dogs and everything are going to be safe, because I'm going to be gone a couple hours. You know what I mean? Not that I got anything, but somebody could think I got pot in here or all kinds, and people are stupid. So I'm just glad that it's worth it to have that peace of mind. Because if I was parked on the side of the road or something, I'd be wondering, well, is the dog's all right? Whatever. So to have that peace of mind, it's worth the $18. And I may go ahead and pay a couple more days while I look to find. Well, here's kind of my plans if they work out. Hang on a second. Oh, I'll be all right, Greg. This is what I got planned if everything will work out. Of course, I'm not doing shit until after court. And then after court, too late. So you might as well say the day after. Thursday and Friday, whatever. I'm going to spend all the time I can trying to find a place to park, reaching out on the internet. Maybe somebody's got a place I can park cheap with or without electricity. It don't matter. I'm willing to pay up to $800 if I have, use of shower and electricity and stuff like at a campground or something. I mean, that's what I want to use my $1,000 this month on that I have, is to get a place to stay for the month and live. If I have to, I'll put it towards the engine, whatever. But I think it's best that I go and try and find a spot. And once I secure a spot, if I do, I call AAA and I get a tow. That's the plans. Whether that happens or whatnot, who the hell knows? But somebody might, have a place. Somebody might drive an RV by and say, here, put your shit from that one in this one. Call the junkyard. I don't know. I put everything in the good Lord's hands and my supporters' hands and stuff. And the reason I say that is, look at the Vietnam vet that donated this one for $1,000. That's a hell of a supporter. You know what I mean? I'd gladly give the $1,000 I got instead of paying rent for a month somewhere to get one, as nice as this one when I got it. I'd gladly do that. But see, right now, it just hasn't come along, and I don't know. You know what I mean? But all these RVs you see in the backyards and stuff, like that one today for the $1,200 and whatnot, yeah, the reason that this one wasn't a $1,000 RV, this one was running. You could jump in it, turn the key, test drive it and all, and it was $3,500 firm. And he made the promise he wouldn't sell it to nobody for less than $3,500. But if someone come by with $3,500 before I brought him the $1,000, he was going to sell it. And that was a deal, man to man. And he kept to the deal, and that's how I got it. But a lot of these you see, the best thing I could do with them is yank the engine out and put it in this one and go on. Because there's a lot to get an older RV back on the road. Number one, there's tire issues. Number two, look at the gas lines. If they're rubber, you got to replace all the gas lines. You got to clean the fuel tanks and stuff, depending on how long it's setting. There's a bit of work to get them back. on the road. Not that I wouldn't or couldn't do it, but it'd be so much simpler if that guy would have really wanted to get rid of that RV and said, yeah, bring me 700. I would have tried my best to get that up, got a U-Haul, went over there, yanked the engine out, and just called the one of them places. We want RVs dead or alive, we haul them away as scrap and let it go. But that's all it was worth to me. Because hell, it's going to cost me $500 to get a U-Haul to go up there and yank it off his property and haul the engine back. You know what I mean? If it came down to 700, I would have committed to that, because I would have took the engine and transmission. But that's the only thing on it that was worth anything. What's this here? Camilla, USA. Oh, well, thank you about that. Do you know who I am or what I do? My legal name, my friend, is 420 Jim. FOURTWENTYJIM. Hey, let me put a coat on because it's chilly outside, and let me show you what I drive in case you don't know. Oh, look, I got my jacket for court tomorrow. For those that don't know, I've got court tomorrow in Springfield. And of course, I'm going to put my suit and tie on. But it just happened to be real close to me. But this suit, I got a nice tie, it matches it. And then, of course, the pants. And what this is about, nobody belongs in jail for weed, man. Nobody. And we need all of our state and federal cannabis prisoners released. If that's their only crime, release them. If they have other crimes, well, take the marijuana crime away and hold them on the other. But we also want it federally legal for everybody, everywhere. What's good for one's good for all. It's called comity law. But this is my mobile billboard. Here, let me clean that lens. When you come outside, they fog up. This is the mobile billboard called the Kennebago. You ever feel like someone's watching you? I give you the Kennebago. Brr, it's cold out here. When I say AAA sucks, believe me, they suck. I just got the one eye looking out back tonight. Whew, I gotta get back inside. This is cold out here. Damn it. Woohoo! Boy! Woo! I'm gonna freeze to death tomorrow going to court. Damn it. And the little shits ate the cord. Move. The little shits ate the cord off of the heater. Move. One of my heaters. The little shits ate the cord off of it. When I was in there taking a shower. Move. Move, little shits. And it's chewed too close to wire it in. So now I got to cut a cord off of something and put on it so I can have heat. And I hate splicing heater cords because they create a lot of heat when you do that. So damned if you do, damned if you don't. Hey, look, 18, 19 people here. How about double tapping the screen and let me know y'all like what I'm doing here, fighting for everyone's rights for cannabis. Let me put this damn thing back in. There we go. Woo. Let me go back and see if there's any comments or not. Thank you. Yep, sign the petition at 420jim.com. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. We need federal legalization. Sign the petition. Help me out. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And man, if you'd like to see the mission continue and the Cannebago on the road again, you got to help me out. I'm trying to come up with $2,500 to put another engine in the RV. Or if we find another RV, I'm open to that. If someone had one they want to get rid of real cheap, or donate. So if you know of anyone, or put it on your Facebook page or whatever, let them know that 420 Jim and the Cannebago is broke down. I'm in Mount Vernon, Missouri. And I would prefer to get an engine and finagle putting an engine in it than to have to repaint and redo and whatever another RV. But if that's the only option, and someone has a real cheap one that's road ready, or wants to donate one, I'd more than happily, take that. So I will start a GoFundMe tomorrow. I prefer if people would want to help, they didn't use Cash App. Now, I'll tell people whenever someone makes a donation. It's not like I'm trying to hide it from people. It's just, it's not as bad as TikTok. TikTok and prizes, the money they give you, I get 1/3, they get 2/3. GoFundMe ain't that bad. I don't like GoFundMe because of two reasons. It's not really bad the percentage they take. My main thing with GoFundMe is they automatically add a tip in. Say you wanted to donate $10 to me, they're going to charge you 12 or 13 or something. And because I donated to a friend a couple years ago, I helped a friend out or something, and I donated $10. Come like I owed 13 or 14. I'm like, whoa, what's that? And they took it on my credit card. I'm like, whoa, I didn't dope, And I went to look, and they automatically add a tip into them. It's called a tip to GoFundMe. They make money off of every donation. They don't need a tip too. But if you go and zero it out, but you got to make sure after you make the donation that you go down and look where it says tip added and whatnot and put 0, they don't charge you the tip. I went back and bitched them out and got that $3 back. And see, that's why I don't like GoFundMe. Well, I know that, Mr. Dodd. Where am I going to get it at? Right now, I can't get Walmart delivery here. It's pretty far to walk, probably to a store, town's a mile away or something like that, because I'm out here by the interstate. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, when I'm in Springfield tomorrow, if I think of it and I remember and whatnot, I'll buy one when I'm in town. I just want to buy the plug itself so I don't have to splice it. But if it gets cold tonight, if I need extra heat tonight, I'm going to splice a cord in. Whatever it takes to get heat if I have to. Write myself a note, man. Well, see, it's not that I'm that bad. I've got nothing but court on the mind tomorrow, okay? Nothing but court on the mind. I mean, it's nothing major, but it is a criminal charge. And I don't like to be accused of doing something I didn't do. And they could railroad me and tell me I owe a fine and stuff. I mean, I've been railroaded by courts before and stuff. We just got to see. I mean, any of y'all that know the story, I mean, I think you know that it's only right they dropped the case. I've played it on YouTube before. I've got it to play for the judge. Deidre Parker told me she took that trespass away. So that gives me no fear to go to Walmart. It was a setup. It was a trap. How come I got arrested via ticket 2 years later in another freaking state for trespassing. When I was told that I was never trespassing, they took it away. I mean, it boggles my mind that I'm actually going to trial on this tomorrow. I can't wait for that to be over. I am going so straight to an attorney. I'm going so straight to find me an attorney and sue the hell out of Walmart. I'm going to drop both these little small claim cases while I'm there tomorrow. Ask the judge to just drop them without prejudice. That what happened over in Missouri and whatnot, I'm getting a lawyer and combining them both and just letting it go into the big courts. And I'm pretty sure she will do that. What's this now 2 and now 3? What'd I miss? Oh, okay. You're just counting the people. Okay, on the thumbs up. Yeah, 3 more now. Hey, double tap the screen. It should be 17 and 17. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, but the main thing is make sure you sign the petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. They don't. States that legalize, they let most of their state prisoners out. Good job, attaboy. Federally, they ain't done shit. And we need our federal prisoners free. If they're in there for some other crime, okay, serve that time out. But every marijuana record, whether they're in jail or not, if you got a marijuana record, anybody, it should be destroyed. It should be deleted from anybody's being. We know it's all been a lie. It's been a hoax. It's actually ruined people's lives for 80 years or plus. Why can't we get a president that's got halfway sense in office that will stop the lies on cannabis and hemp? Why can't we get a Congress that's got a brain and stops lying? Because we all know it's a lie. They keep it a class 1 narcotic for all this time, no medical value. Yet they held the medical patent on it. And nobody cares? Am I the only one that cares? Why the hell hasn't NORML addressed that? I'll tell you, because NORML don't want it legal. As soon as pot was legal, like 10 years ago, me and NORML, we had it out together 10 years ago. And I told them, you don't want it legal. As soon as it becomes legal, nobody's going to donate another dime to you. When NORML first started, it was a wonderful thing. Wonderful. But all them guys went to prison. It was taken over by lawyers. And to give NORML money, man, it's just like throwing it to change.org. Do what you want to do with your money, but I wish you really weren't that foolish. Hub City NORML donated $10 to my mission. Go Hub City NORML. Oh yeah, lobbyists pay them not to. Well, Mr. John, you know, if you get that $3,000 RV donated to me, I'll take the $1,000 I got, get in a U-Haul and start driving my ass that way. You know, I mean, I wished I was there too. But I'm stuck between a rock and a hard space. You know what I mean? Because that's such a big distance. Hell, right now, a couple 100 miles, anything more than like 200 miles is a big distance. You know, I'm not worried what happens. If I got another RV, I'm not really worried about what happens to this RV. Whether Tom can come get it, wants it or whatnot, if it goes to a junkyard, I wished it didn't. I'm really not worried about the RV. I'm worried about all my stuff that I have and how do I get that to wherever I'm going, you know, like if I had another RV or something. But I don't wish any harder than you that I was closer, man. I really wished I was. I wish that there was a way to just magically be there with all my stuff. I'd be there. But I don't have $3,000, you know. It'd take everything I had to get there with all my stuff. So it would take me a couple of months to get gas money up and get it painted and everything, but it'd be all right. You know what I mean? Oh, I hear you. I hear you. And you know what? Something's going to pop up. Something's going to pop up. Maybe I can get a hold of some RV place and see if there's a buy here. They have cars. Maybe there's a buy here, pay here type RV place in Springfield or something. That's not out of the questions. If I can buy an RV and get it for 400 or less a month, I would sign papers and do that. But I'd have to get one for 400 or less a month. And, a used RV, maybe you can do that. The thing is the down payment and shit. So, I don't know. I think the easiest and best thing I could do is if somebody donated an engine. If I could find somebody to donate an engine and it get to me, I could do everything else. And I am kind of happy with this RV. I mean, it's all beat up and wore out and stuff. Like I say, it's more a mobile billboard than an RV, but heck, it's become my friend. You know what I mean? I've had it since 2017. We've been through a whole lot of, you know. It'd be a shame to. I know I've only got a few more years left, and I don't mind living out my time in it. I don't see me buying a house or nothing. I see me going back to Black Canyon and either being in the RV spot that I've got or buying a little piece of property if I have the money. But I don't see renting a house or nothing. I've always been, I can't throw, my dad taught me that. Three main things. A man's only as good as his word, a handshake is a contract, and don't throw money in a crawfish hole. Look at all the money people throw away every month, which most people have to, just to survive. They're paying off someone else's home or someone else's apartment and stuff. And that's why I built 5 school buses. That's why I've had 2 RVs. Very, very, very little time in my life have I rented an apartment. Now, me and the wife was together. There was a year or 2 years out of the 7 that we had. No, I think it was about a year off and on that we had an apartment. The rest of the time was in a bus. She told me if I put a full-size bathtub in it, go ahead and build it. And I did. And hell, we parked at a pawn shop for 6.5 years. Free electric, free sewer, free water, everything. All we had to do was make sure we had a porch light on at night. That was it. But everything's going to work out. Well, 18 people, 14 likes. I can live with that. But if you haven't double tapped the screen, I would appreciate it if one would. And especially if you've not signed the petition, please go to 420gym.com, sign the petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. We need it legal everywhere for everybody. Hey, and nobody made a comment about my nice clean hat, by the way. I'm a little disappointed in that. I remember to throw my hats in the wash. Good idea, Eddie. I think it is time for a cheers. Oh. Oh, if I had it, I will. This is still what I got. This is the Wichita weed I've got. This is still the Wichita weed, what I got left of it. I can't wait to get some Missouri weed. But that's Wichita weed. Well, thank you. Thank you. 5 years of growth. Well, maybe 6, because it was real small when I started. Well, thank you for saying I'm cool. Now, my legal name, believe it or not, is 420 Jim. That's how cool I am. July 8th of 2019 in Kingston, Tennessee. My first name used to be Jim. Well, I went in front of a judge July 8th of 2019 in Kingston, Tennessee. He's a probate judge. I said, Your Honor, can you make my first name my last name? And he says, yeah, the $150 fee. I'm a probate judge. Yeah, I can do that, but you need a first name. And I'm, how about 4? F-O-U-R. And he said, yeah, okay. And you want a middle name? And I said, how about 20? And he says, you want your last name Jim? And I said, yes. And he picked up that gavel and said, so ordered. And the rest is history. I drive this mobile billboard that I'm setting in around the country fighting for yours, mine, and everyone's rights to cannabis and hemp. I want all cannabis prisoners set free. If they're in jail for cannabis, let them free. If you believe in that, I'd appreciate it if you went to 420jim.com, 420jim.com, sign the petition, share it with others. It tries to bum money. If you want to throw away money like throwing away the normal, go right ahead. But I'd rather you share it. Right underneath where it says, do you want to help me? Sharing it helps me. Giving them money to share it, I don't see where they're sharing it. Because I know people have been giving money to it, and the numbers aren't going up. If they were sharing it like they said they are, the numbers would go up. The math ain't mathing. I'm just going to say that. So I would rather people share it knowing they did what they could. They shared that, you know. Don't pay someone for something you can do, because they may sucker you and get your money and not share a damn thing. Or maybe they're sharing it with China or another damn country where they can't sign the petition. I mean, I don't know. All I know is there's well over $100 donated to it, and I don't see where it's got me a single signature at all. Why would you be afraid to say anything? That's the first thing I did, brag when I got on here, is my God, better than sex, I finally got to take a shower. No, I don't like assholes like Dave that said, oh, it's been a year and stuff. Little snide comments he's made ever since he got on this channel. I think that guy's name is Scott Winslow Albert. Could be wrong. Don't care. Glad he's gone. He pissed me off way back when he asked me why I believed in God and the Bible and stuff. It was mocking God. And then told me, oh, well, maybe you should pray and this, that, and the other. Just his little mockery here and there. I didn't appreciate that at all. I put up with a whole lot of his bullshit, more than others, because everybody's, oh, well, it's British, he's from another, this, that, and that. No, he ain't. Hey, Ricky, not a whole lot. I got court tomorrow morning for this criminal charge with Walmart. And that's all I've been, you know. I've got a place, I'm parked, I'm paid parking, so everything will be safe while I go into town tomorrow to do the court thing. Which reminds me, I'll probably go live in the morning at 9:30. Right around 9:30 in the morning, I'll probably do a live if anybody's interested. Now, I can't tell you when court's going to end. I don't know how many cases they're hearing or whatever, but mine's supposed to be a trial, whatever. What do you mean, John? What happened? Oh, Ricky, how can I not win? John, this is the trespassing. This is where I'm facing either jail or fine or both. They wouldn't tell me whether it's a Class A or a Class B trespass. They still, to this day, after pleading not getting out, I still don't know which one they've charged me with. Hopefully, I'll know that during the trial. One can carry jail time, and I'm entitled to a jury. The other one is just a fine, and you're not entitled to a jury. It's just held by the judge. With it saying trial being set tomorrow, I think I'm just being tried by the judge. So it wouldn't be jail time. But you know how I am. If I'm in the right, I'm going to fight tooth and nail. If I'm wrong, I admit it. I apologize. I humble myself. Okay? I'm in no way, shape, or form wrong here. Oh, I know this. I know this. They told me I'm being charged with trespassing. They just wouldn't tell me if it is A or B. They told me I had to find that out from the officer, and I've never had a chance to talk with the officer. I don't see why it wouldn't be on the ticket, why it wouldn't be on the court docket, whatever. But I'm assuming, but here's the deal. I've played it on YouTube, and I've played it a few times on one of my phones here. I can actually play it if people's interested and want to hear it. I was trespassed from Walmart in Wichita, Kansas in 22. Not for camping or parking, over a stupid freaking can of spray paint, and not being trusted to walk up and pay for it or nothing, and continue to shop. I mean, a lot of y'all have heard the story. If people haven't, y'all want to hear the story, just let me know. But long story short, I had sued them the year before, went to the home office, picked up my check, and kind of embarrassed the hell out of Walmart. So when this happened, they were throwing me out, wouldn't let me shop. I'm on the phone. Yo, Walmart, what the hell's going on? You've got 24 hours to contact me, or I'm going to sue you. Deidre Parker calls me and tells me she's a regional manager for that area. And she did an investigation, or she reviewed it, whatever. Basically, they investigated it. And she was sorry that it happened, that they were lifting the trespass. And she was sorry it escalated that far. Was there anything else she could do for me? And then, I was kidding up about the dogs. Well, you could buy us a meal, but I didn't push that. Yeah. But towards the end, once again, I said, so I can tell all my followers on social media that you're like one of the head managers. You've lifted the trespass, and I can go to any Walmart there is. And she said, yes, Mr. Jim, you can. Why in the F am I going to court on trial tomorrow? See, if they railroad me and won't let me play the YouTube, or the judge won't look at the YouTube or my evidence on the phone or something, they can totally fuck me. And that's when I take everything to the press. Because, of course, I'd peel it and I'll go straight to the press and stuff from then. But I think as soon as the prosecutor and stuff listen to the tape, they're going to drop it. What choice do they have? You can't tell someone that you took that trespass down and then hold it against me. And once I beat that trespass, that makes the trespass that they put on me should be invalid, because I never should have trespassed in the beginning. Because, see, I got 2 trespasses with me on Walmart. And that's just freaking stupid. If I'm trespassed from Walmart, I'm trespassed. How did I get a second one? The second one from Springfield, they can't be prosecuting me for that one, because they didn't give me the chance to go off the property and come back on and violate. They didn't give me that chance at all. They can't do that. They gave me the ticket for the Wichita store, which, they had the right to do that, because they didn't know that Wichita had took the trespass back. So the Wichita trespass, I agree with the city. I agree with the cop. They were doing their job. Good cop, attaboy. And I got no problem with the prosecutor attorney and whatnot, because they did not know that trespass was lifted. They're believing a lie that Walmart is saying here that I trespassed. But when I prove that they lifted that trespass, I don't see how in the world that they will want to proceed to prosecute me on that. Now, they can't lift the trespass the store in Springfield put on me. They can't lift that. I mean, the store put that on me. It'd be pretty shitty if they leave that on me when I beat their ass in court tomorrow if I do, wouldn't it? Because that's the only reason I got that trespass. Was because I had already been trespassed from Walmart. And if I beat that case, that makes that an invalid one. So I'm going straight to the lawyers after that. Straight to the lawyers. I bet you it's the same one. I bet you it's the same one that I talked to the guy and he said 1,200 firm. Is it a bounder? Will, is it a bounder? And up in something Mills, Missouri, like Grovis Mill, Missouri, or something like that. I know the first part of it starts with a G. Dave's out of here. He runs his mouth too much. Oh, Dave's out of here. Dave's off the channel. He made one too many freaking comments that I didn't like, and I just put his ass away. I told y'all, well, anybody that was on here earlier during lunch, I think it was during the lunch one, you know? Hey, one too many smart-ass fucking comments, boom. I mean, I don't need that. I don't. I don't need the negativity and all. And I don't need that much attention, you know what I mean? I put up with a lot of shit from Dave. I knew he was a troll from the beginning. Yeah, you sent me a text. Oh, that might be a different one. Well, that might be a different one, Will. That don't look like the ad that I seen. Oops, sorry about that. That might be a different one, Will. Yeah, that might be a different one. Don't give my number or nothing, because see, these trolls, they try and make up posts trying to get my number. Send me their number. I'll star 67 and talk to them or whatever. But yeah, send me any information you can on it, will you? I appreciate that. Right on, right on. Yeah, I mean, y'all send me pictures or whatever. Especially if it's like mine, you know, and if it's near road ready, hell, if it's got, you know, I can take whatever's off this one to put on that one to make it road ready, maybe. I don't know. Oh, right on, Ricky. Yeah. And see, these idiots will make up a fake ad thinking I'm going to call it, or one of my friends will tell me about it and I'll call it. Oh, they would have such a hard on to get my phone number. And I think we've seen a couple of their fake ads. But we're all smarter than them. And then when Frankie told me today, all you got to do is *67. It works. It comes up restricted number. Because he told me about that. Then he turned around and called me. And laughed at me. Oh, that was me. So it works. Oh, okay. So they're going to. So it's probably gone tomorrow. Is that what you mean? Well, why the hell did you tell me about it? Nah, it's okay, man. Man, you tell him who I am. Ask him if he's cannabis friendly. Tell him, man, if he don't, give me a holler. I need to talk. I got to do something. I got to get an engine. I got to do something. Southwind, right on. Well, Will said that I guess Will talked to him, and someone's supposed to come back for it tomorrow. Oh, yeah, that'd be an engine only one, but the price is still, not too far out of the park, depending on how far from me and everything it was, or how much damage and stuff. Sometimes them roof leaks, man, yeah, I mean, mold in all the walls and shit, and yeah, and just I'd have to look at that one, decide whether it was, move in and down the road or not. Got to be real careful when you get one where the roof leaks. Oh, okay, I don't know. Will didn't know what it was, so I don't know. But look how many in a day that we've come up with, though. Thank you, gentlemen, for looking and stuff. Hell, this is the third or fourth one that we basically come up, or at least looked at or whatever. You know what I mean? Oh, well, right on. Hopefully they don't take it or whatnot. It's too rough for them. Me, I'll make them an offer and come get the son of a bitch. You know? How far away from me is it? Where's it at? Do you know? That's the first thing. How far from me is it, Will? Not really, Ricky, but if I have to, yeah. Oh, yeah, Will, that would be perfect, man. That would be perfect. It really would. I mean, it'd be closer if it was a half hour away, but I reread it, an hour and a half away. That's still within doable. I mean, you're talking 400, 450 for a truck, but If I get the money to buy the engine to get the truck, that's no problem. I'll do it, even if I have to do it by myself. Oh, I'm sorry, Ricky. I didn't see that. Yeah, I need a 454 big block. Of course, they only make the big blocks, so that was kind of redundant. Between Christmas and 5 days later, my birthday, I need a 454, please. Everybody, help me get a 454. Yeah. Uh. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. You never know. You know, they might be someone that's got an old RV that they want to get rid of. It's got a 454. They might be someone that's got a road ready RV that whatever. I gotta depend on all of y'all because I can't got Facebook or nothing. I guarantee you, if I had my Facebook page, hell, we would be halfway to where we needed to be right now, or I'd have another RV. But I can't do the Facebook thing. I need y'all to let all my supporters and stuff know that, hey, I'm really effed up the anal right now, and I need to get an engine or an RV. I mean, I know I can. If worst scenario comes, I'll find a place that I can park, for $600-800 a month, and I will make AAA or someone tow me there. But then I'd never, be able to get out of there again, whatever, and the mission dies, and I'm stuck here until I can get things done and back to Arizona, who knows when. I'd rather get this thing fixed, go see family in Florida. You know the signatures and shit that I'm going to pick up in Florida? That petition will, especially if I can go down and see JC down in Fort Myers. It's only a couple 100 miles more than where I'm going. Going down and see JC and get on his TikTok and stuff. Me and him do a little thing, go out on his sailboat. He come in and be in the Kennebago and tag it. I mean, man, I was hoping so bad that this last fix would fix things. I got some things that I wanted to do. There's only two other people that know what I'm talking about. But I had a couple of really cool things, not just the eyeballs. There's the LEDs y'all know about, but I was going to do a couple of cool things, to get people's attention and get this petition pushed. So now I need a little help. Let's get me an engine or RV. I mean, I'm glad I didn't put the LEDs and stuff on this one if I have to go with another RV. And that's why all the time I was sitting there, I never put them on. Because you put them on one time and that's it. They're going to tear up trying to take them off. Now the eyeballs, they just come right out of the window and could go into anything. I wasn't worried about them. But that's why I held off on the vinyl for the windows and stuff, And I'm kind of glad I did. I really like to just put an engine in and keep this RV. It's a lot more work. It's cheaper. But, yeah, if I have to go the other way, I'll do that. I mean, it's easier to paint one and re-decal it and stuff. Of course, that costs money. Than it is to put an engine in and out. But if I can rent a skid steer or get someone that's willing to let me use a skid steer, for an hour, that's all I need. That's all I need. Because I'll have this engine unhooked and ready to go. And, of course, the other engine would be bought and brought there, right? You just pull this one out, turn around, pick up the new one, and stick it in, drop it down. It don't take an hour. So, I hope, I pray that I can find an engine. Oh, right on. Right on, Eddie. Smoky Downs, I'll be damned. Man, I'd love to just go out and take a walk through nature. I don't know why, but it seems like I need to just go out and take a nice. I was standing out back here just looking across the farmer's field here, or the hay field. And they got the rolled up hay and all. And just wanted to just take off wandering and walking and looking. And I decided against it because private property. But I think I need to go somewhere when I go get through Tennessee, Kentucky, or whatever. I get back on the road. I got to go out and just take a walkabout a couple of times. I think I need a good walkabout. Oh, not even that. Not even that. Um, like, say I got the engine. As soon as I got the engine, before I got like the skid steer or anything arranged for that, I would immediately already have this one ready. I mean, everything would be unhooked. Yeah, let's say 45 minutes. A couple of wires, a radiator hose, a couple of radiator hose. Undo the transmission is the longest part. Advancing around and undoing the torque converter is actually the longest part. Especially this one with the froze engine. That's going to be a chore now that I think of that. Now that I think of that, that's going to be a chore. I see what I'm going to do about that. I may have to tear the engine down, knock that piston out if that's what it is or something, so I can get it to free up. But that's why, you wouldn't go ahead and rent a skid steer or arrange to have it there and you're trying to, separate it. But I'll get everything ready to where, yeah, all I got to do is drive in, hook the chain, lift it up, and drive it out. 5 minutes, to hook the chain and lift it up and out. 10 if you want to be real slow. Putting it in, no more than 20 minutes. And you should be able to set it in within the 10 minutes, but without a spotter, it took me 15 or 18 somewhere in that area because I had to get out, duck underneath the damn bucket thing and all. It was pain in the ass getting in and out of the skid steer. But then you're only talking an hour bolting it back down and putting the radiator hoses and stuff. I mean, if you had a skid steer and a beam or a pole, if you had the things you needed to do this job, other than separating the transmission, now that might be a little issue there. If the engine wasn't froze, this is a half-day job. I could do 1.5 a day. It ain't nothing. I mean, people think pulling an engine, some cars and shit, yeah, it's a mega major job. But this here, brother, it's just like putting that transmission back. This engine is so easy to take in and out if you figure out how to do it, and that's with a skid steer or a tractor and a pole, because you literally unhook the alternator wires and stuff, the starter wires and stuff, your ignition wires. So you just unhook your wiring, throw it to the side, unhook both radiator hoses. You don't have to do transmission lines because those go to the transmission. So you pull your 2 motor mount bolts, right? And you pull your torque converter and your bell housing bolts. And that son of a bitch is coming out. You don't even have to worry about the linkage on the transmission or nothing. Well, you do to slide it back. But hell, did I miss anything there, Daniel? I mean, with this vehicle, it's pretty easy to put an engine in and out. Now, you do have to take and prepare, like I say, get it ready, take the driver's seat out, or the passenger seat, but I done it through the driver's door. I do it like I did before. And that takes 15 minutes to take the driver's seat out, but no big deal. Oh yeah, it's very easy to do an engine swap on this sucker. Damn, I can't believe it's been an hour and 20 minutes. And you know, it's been so peaceful without Dave here. I hate to say that, but damn, it's been a pretty nice night. Oh, he acted way too much like a damn troll. Boy, kept an eye on my money, and I told you when I said, you know, I'll take my $1,000 check that I make a month. Or he had to call me out on that one. I thought you said you made 900. Actually, I said I made 900 and some, close to 1,000 a month. I get 540 and four something. That's nine something. So I don't know. I don't know if any of y'all remember the other night when he was saying this shit. Like I said, dude, I hope you're writing this shit down. You seem awful interested in me and my money and what I do and stuff. And I was talking to someone else today about it. Um, and they made a good point. But I know y'all know me better than this. But they made a good point. Um, it was my vehicle, me and everything that got hit in the accident. Therefore, that's my money, and whatever I did with it's none of nobody's effing business. Even if I didn't put a penny back into the mission, if I just fixed the spot, did I not do right? Absolutely. But instead, I've chose to put every penny pretty much back into this one way or another. Now, I may have went a little over and bought a couple $100 worth of stuff that maybe never get used. I hope that ain't the case, because they're just going to make this vehicle or another vehicle stand out like you won't believe. Um, so hopefully I get an engine in this and whatnot. I hope people understand I didn't frivolously just throw away the insurance money and whatnot. I helped some people out. I did what I thought was right. We all thought in the beginning, when I got here, that it was going to be the block. Every one of us thought it was going to be the block. And normally it would be the block. But, you know, I got Satan here and there working against me. Look at them trolls. Anyhow, boom, it ended up being the block. What can we say? Thousands of dollars wasted. Life will go on. That didn't cost none of us no money. It didn't. And I will fix the back of the RV. I've got the fiberglass kit here to fix the back of the RV. But I'm not even worried about that right now. It's all the other stuff. So, if people can get over, you know, what I just wasted money or whatnot, and help me get another engine, I would so much appreciate that. I really would. David the Punk, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't care what them assholes say. Right on. Hey, people are gonna love one of my ideas they don't know about. You are one of the two people that know this. You and one other person know what I have planned. But I got to get her on the road. I got to get her on the road. That's the whole thing. You know, I got to want to put the LEDs up and, you know, but let me ask you this, Daniel, without saying anything. Do you think if I get my LEDs and everything that you know about on here, do you think I think that it'd make TikToks maybe go viral. It might go viral on YouTube. I tell you what, but that's just my opinion. What do you think? Do you think I'm going to get everybody's attention? Right on, Mr. Knob. Right on, Mr. Knob. Hey, and I don't regret not one penny I spent. I really don't. I helped people out that needed help. Um, I helped my family out. That was one of the main things. Hey, I tell you, you know what? Today, out of the blue, one of my grandkids contacted me and said, "Hey, Grandpa, I asked Mom if you give me your number so I could, talk with you." Man, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the first time I've gotten just out of the blue text from one of my grandkids. I mean, they love me and everything and whatnot. They know I'm on the road and whatnot. But I don't have Facebook no more or anything. So out of the blue today, I got a text from one of my grandkids, and it was so wonderful. So wonderful. Ricky sent me a couple images. I'll look at them after the live here, Miss Ricky. I don't know if you're still on here or not. But oh, shucks. Damn, I can't believe it. It says my phone's charged now. Yay. I got to make sure this one's charged because this one I'm taking to court tomorrow. And I'm also going to put that video on my laptop and take my laptop or put it on an SD card or something. And I'm going to make sure to share it on YouTube. So if the judge or them will look it up or let me show it. The phone I have on is not a working phone, so it's not like I'm wanting to take a working phone into the courthouse. You know what I mean? It has no phone service. But I don't see why the prosecuting attorney or the judge wouldn't let me play something on the phone, or why they wouldn't bring up the YouTube or something that was, pertinent to the case. I think that'd be really, really, really shitty, and I'd have a bigger case to fight. Because I'll fight at the Supreme Court. They told me I was not trespassed. I would have never went into a freaking Walmart. I don't break laws. That's what this whole mission and everything's about. I'm trying to change laws, not break laws. You tell me you don't want me to come to your store, then I don't want to be in your freaking store. You know what I mean? But no, y'all told me I was untrespassed. You got my business for 2 years. Just bought the generator, all kinds of shit through Walmart. And then you pull this stunt? Nah. Bullshit. But, we'll deliver it to you if you pay a monthly fee. Retarded Walmart. Oh my gosh. Well, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa, way to go. Grandpa Daniel, hey. Much love, man. Blessings. Hey, how about the trousers? Woohoo. I like these. I've got a set that's pot leaves all around, but these is black in the back. So they see the jacket, but they see black slacks in the back until I turn around, and they're like, Well, right on. Oh, you're welcome, Daniel. I've got a tie too that matches it. I'll be wearing one of my pot shirts tomorrow. The white T-shirt with the pot leaf. I'll be wearing that and my tie. I just got out of the shower. I took these out of laundry, and I just got out of the shower, so that's why I had this shirt on and all. I don't want my court shirt to get dirty tomorrow. So, hey, in the morning I'm going to be out there thumbing 36 miles to the court. Hey, somebody pull over. Where are you going? Courthouse. Want to bet whether they drive me to the courthouse steps or not? Oh, yeah. Somebody hitchhiking with a cannabis outfit, suit and tie on. Most people going to pick him up just to see what the hell's going on. That's like when me and my brother went out to Arizona. I was living in Florida, and we had to go out to Arizona to pick up my daughter. She had flew over to be with her mom for a little bit, and they couldn't afford to fly her back, so me and my half-brother went out there and picked her up. And we was coming back. We was all happy because we missed the hurricane. This was all during the hurricane that was supposed to hit Tampa. It didn't. It stalled. And as we're coming back, it came in through Alabama, Mobile and stuff like that, Mobile, Alabama and all that. And they made us get off the road. We're going down the interstate, and there's a flipped over U-Haul on a car and a semi and shit, and they're having us all get off the road to seek shelter. And the first place you come to was a truck stop. And man, that thing was so packed you couldn't get in there. And they were parking all the trucks around the building as close as they could get, just like a circled wagon to try and block the wind and shit. So we have to go like a mile and a half down the road to it was a Catholic school, or a church school. It might not have been Catholic, but anyhow, it was a big stadium and stuff. They used that for the shelter. But when we left that shelter and got back on the road after the storm, we were one of the first ones back on the highway, We had already had gas and stuff. People were trying to stop and get gas. They was only selling like 3 gallons or some bullshit like that, but I had gas. So we get up on the interstate and we're headed towards Tampa, and we get about 2 miles down the road, and there's a kid on the side of the interstate, looked like a drowning rat, man. I mean, looked like he'd been through some hell. And I look at Charlie and I said, man, we got to give him a ride. I got to hear his story. Because, I know what we went through in that shelter. Back then I was smoking cigarettes. We was on this side of the building, and all the wind and everything, but you could still be out there and smoke. But after the eye went over, you had to shut that door and go on the other side of the building because the wind comes on the opposite side of the direction. But anyhow, I pull over, we pick him up, and we're riding along, and he tells us how he took his belt and strapped himself to a little tree and shit like that. He rode the storm out. He was hitchhiking and got caught out. He didn't know it was going to be a hurricane and whatnot. Could you imagine that? We seen trees that you couldn't hug, just toppled like toothpicks. Every billboard and road sign, was torn down in the area. I couldn't imagine being out a couple miles out of town in the woods, being strapped to a damn tree and trees falling around you and shit, lightning and the wind. Man. But hey, we got to give him a ride and hear his story and all. It's pretty cool. Well, shucks. Hey, see, y'all got a story tonight and didn't even have to ask. Well, hey, I hope all 14 of you have signed the petition. If not, please take a minute. 420-JIM. Just look that up on the computer, hit the petition button, and sign the petition. This is our last chance, really. If they pass the ban on hemp, that's going to be bad. And like I say, A lot of the people just don't give a shit. The ones that's already got pot, they don't care about the others. They really don't. It's hard enough to get the people where it's illegal, like Kansas and stuff, to sign the petition, help out. Just imagine in the legal states. All the people is like, fuck them. It's legal here. And it is. And they don't have to worry about hemp products and stuff. And it's a shame. If we had just all cared about each other, what's good for one is good for all. That's what we, that's what we need. Yeah, pretty cool, huh, Eddie? Oh, goodness sakes. Well, I'm going to look up the weather here in a minute and make sure we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay without that other heater. That's my better heater. But I don't think it's supposed to get that super cold tonight. It's funny you ask that. How did you know I got into my pack today? But yeah, I've got about half of my last pack, maybe a third. But yeah, I actually do have a little jerky left. I wish you hadn't have said that, because I'm craving some right now. But I wanted to show I've got a little bit of control. Dave, you got any jerky left? Well, yeah, I think about 9 o'clock I'm going to try and go live, because court's at 9:30. And same here. I got about a half pack of my last pack. Oh gosh, and when I bring it out, Lilu just right up on me all the time. She loves it. She's still got one or two little pieces of hers. And the little young ones, they like it too. Yeah, Mr. John, I'm trying to stretch it. And the dogs love it, man. I think I got 2, maybe 3 little pieces for them left. You're absolutely right. The dogs love it. The little ones, they inhale it. They try not to even chew it or nothing. Of course, I don't give them big pieces either. And Lilu, she tries to whoop it down too, but she loves it. If I was to get a piece right now, she'd be right here on my leg, like, "Hey, where's mine? Don't you go share that with me? Can I have some?" Huh? She knows that pack. She's smelling my hand. She knows that pack. Oh, the lab did that right on. I'm going to fight the temptation. I want to have some for tomorrow. That's my cake after court, Heck, maybe I'll take it with me hitchhiking into town. Eating jerky, hitchhiking to court. I'm going to write a book of my damn life. I mean, how many idiots are going to get out in a cannabis suit on the interstate and hitchhike to court to fight Walmart in the city of Springfield over a damn trespassing charge? I mean, come on. Isn't that special kind of crazy? Oh man, you can't beat his homemade jerky. And yeah, oh yeah, way better, way more better for you and everything than anything out of the store. Absolutely right. Absolutely right on that. And that's some awesome shit. It'd be funny if the news got a whiff of it and filmed me out there at the interstate trying to hitch a ride to go to court and beat a Walmart charge that should have been dropped already. I mean, that would never happen. But that'd be funnier than shit. Hey, I'll probably do a live in the morning, when I'm out there hitchhiking and stuff too. So if you're whenever, I don't know what time zones are on, but be looking out for posts in the morning. Make sure you have the notifications turned on. If you don't, kick the bell there and turn on all notifications. You should get an update whenever I go live. If not, well, yell at TikTok. But or YouTube, not TikTok. Oh yeah. What's the chance of two? Yeah, I've heard that one before. I got a feeling somebody probably pick me up. I'll probably get a ride right here from. I can go across the street over there, truck stop, and get a ride in a heartbeat probably. Or over there to the truck stop and get a ride, maybe not have to walk down to the interstate and get a ride. Hopefully I meet someone at the courthouse or in court that'd be willing to give me a ride back, I mean, I'll give them, I don't mind $20 for fuel or something. But when, $60 to $90 each way, oh, heck no. 20, yeah. 60 to 90, no. But I kid you not, win, lose, or draw with court tomorrow. As soon as I get out, I plan on contacting lawyers, and I'm going to ask them, how much a retainer y'all need to start the case, and see what they come up with that, and hopefully work towards the funds to hiring a lawyer. Maybe after they hear the case, they will do it on their own. You never know. There's a thing called NOLO or something like that. You're supposed to be able to go through them and then find you a lawyer or whatnot. I'm going to contact them tomorrow and stuff. Because I'm sure, as soon as I get out of court and I can prove everything, and I've already been tried and it's either convicted or set free, I'll find a lawyer to take the case. Yo, Heck Razors, how you doing? Well, it's about time to get off of here, get the dogs fed, take care of all my chores before going to bed because I got to get up early. and figure out how I'm getting 36 miles down to the courthouse. Getting close to town is probably going to be the easy part. Getting all the way downtown to the courthouse might be a little bit harder. Uh, but who knows? Maybe I'll run across one of them little scooters and I can. I don't know how far you can go on them and whatnot, but yeah, I don't know why you do that. And you wait. See, I've been on here an hour and 45 minutes. uh, yeah, I start them at 7 p.m., and by 8 or 9, I'm ready to go to bed. I try and do them at least an hour. I mean, I've had some last 3 hours. But, see, I do have court in the morning. Oh, goodness. I still got to go in here and pay for tomorrow's night here in the park so I can be parked legally. Not worried about getting towed away. Yeah, it comes early every day at the same time. You're absolutely right. I'm not going to argue that. Every time I got to get up at 5 and go somewhere at 7 and whatnot, yep, that's early. You're absolutely right. And that's every day. I can't argue with that, Eddie. Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's with the family or something. I haven't heard from Doug. Hey, Mr. Tanner, I appreciate it. Yeah, I just want the truth to come out. I didn't trespass against Walmart. I wouldn't have ever walked in their store. I never have before or nothing. I've never done nothing. There's no criminal record me or whatnot. And all they got to do is listen to the damn tape where the general manager said she lifted the trespass. And I hope I hope the DA will listen to me before he even goes in front of the judge. And he goes in there and says, Your Honor, we decided not to prosecute this, or there's not enough that, whatever he wants to say. I don't care. Like I say, I don't hold that against them because right now they don't know the truth of the matter. Because the sock suckers over at Walmart wouldn't call them and say, hey, we made an honest mistake. Can you drop these charges? They would have. That's why all along I say this is maliciously being done. Maliciously being done. So, we'll see tomorrow. A lot of stuff's riding on what happens tomorrow. And like I was saying, I'll be live probably tomorrow trying to hitchhike into town. Hell, I may go live going into town. At 9 o'clock, I plan on going live right before I go into court. Of course, when I get out of court, I have no idea what time that's going to be. I'll do a live. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, Mr. John. That's on the 19th. That's on the 19th. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I'm going to call and see if they'll drop it. If not, I should have something figured out before the 19th of what I'm doing. I mean, that's another 9 days away. I better have what I'm doing within the next 9 days or I'm going to be screwed all the way around. I got to be in an RV park, a campground. I got to be something, because I'm sure I can't stay more than 10 days where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Mr. Eddie. Right on. Well, thank you so much. And you know what? The good Lord's kept me on the road this long. I don't think He showed me where my brother was for nothing. Um, all I can do is ride this out on my faith now. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm sure, you know, um, we'll find an engine, we'll find an RV, we'll find something. It may not be real easy at first, but something's going to happen. Yeah, let me do a last little cheers with you here. And for those that don't know, um, I do these lives at noon and 7 p.m. I appreciate everybody that joins in. Please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'd appreciate that. I'm not on Facebook. I'm banned. I do very little TikTok because of my trolls. Um, Cheers. Please make sure you sign the petition and that your friends are on the petition. Don't forget to tip your way and drive home safe. That's a good one. But don't drive if you're drunk. I just flashed back on that 19-year-old kid that towed me yesterday. He said, "You ain't gonna smoke in my truck, are you?" And I looked at him on plan. No. Are you talking cigarettes? I don't smoke cigarettes. And if you're talking about pot, number one, it's not legal in Kansas. Number two, DOT, that wouldn't be very good, He caught me off guard when he said, you ain't gonna smoke in my truck, are you? That was a funny one. You had to be there. It was a funny one. And I hate to get the tow company, the kid, or anything in trouble, whatever. But everything is the way it is, and I put that all on AAA. Because I'm not going to lie about anything, and everything will come out. So there you go. There you go. Driving tow truck off and on 13 years taught me, about drinking and driving, because I scrape them wrecks up all the time. And usually the drunk don't even hardly get a scratch. There'd be 2, 3, 4 people dead, or even just one. But the drunks always seem to walk away from it. They go limber and just, as to where the victims tense up, and you see it all the time. Yeah, get a couple of puffs before I leave. Oh, absolutely. Be cool to get picked up by somebody that's burning one on the way in. Hey man, here's a roach for Hey, I am in a legal state. Oh hell, I'm in a legal state. I'll take, dude. I'm going to take some with me because I may have to do a lot of walking too. And, I'm in a legal state. I can go in the courthouse and have a joint or whatever. As long as I'm not smoking it in there. Well, Mr. John, here's my plans for the next 72 hours, I guess. Or close. And that's vehicle-wise, keep it here. Today was day one, tomorrow, and then the next day. Probably for sure. Unless by the grace of God tomorrow something happens and I don't need to do it the third day or the fourth day or the fifth day. My whole plans are over the next 72 hours is get to courthouse some way tomorrow. Get home to the RV somehow tomorrow. Hopefully it don't cost me an arm and a leg. $20 there, $20 back, I could live with. Anything over that is just like, damn. So if I have to hitch it walking, I'm going to do that. I will feed you in a minute. As soon as I get out of court, of course, I'm going to come here. There's a few different things I'm going to be working on. Of course, number one is start calling all the junkyards, U-pullets, whatever around here that I can find. Because I don't know if anybody's done that. They probably figure I have. But like I say, I ain't done a damn thing. It's nothing but about court until tomorrow. After tomorrow, I'll start jumping on the phone, seeing if I can find local engines or whatever. I got to find out where I can park maybe for a couple of weeks, a month. You know what I mean? The only thing is, that's going to take my check if I find a place to park. I won't have that to put towards an engine. You know what I mean? But I want to find a place to put the RV, preferably for a month, because see, I'm in no big hurry now. I made it here to the Springfield case. As long as I make it there in the morning, this is the main thing. If I have to stay here a month or two, that's okay. It just takes my check, and I can do that. And I don't have to buy generator gas and all that crap. You know what I mean? I can make it. I'll just need help getting an engine and the means of putting it in, the 2500, whatever. But that's my plan, and how I plan to get there is AAA better pick my ass up and tow me there. Can't guarantee they will, but I don't see how I'd have to put out a penny out of the pocket, because we're only talking 36 miles. And if you charge an hour to hook up, it ain't an hour's drive 36 miles. So you know what I mean? A matter of fact, I almost guarantee you, I'm wanting this to happen so bad. When I call them in Missouri here and ask for a tow, I want them to send me a tow truck, and there's no problem, no nothing. I want the number to come up AAA. Instead of night automotive bullshit. I've never seen nothing like that before in my life. Every time I've ever called any other AAA number or anything other than there in Kansas, it comes up AAA. And, I've got the screenshots. It's not like I'm crazy. Well, I hope so, Mr. John. Mr. Greg, it's a little far for me to come. I'd like to find something within a 200-mile range, because it would cost me $500 to pick something up within a 200-mile range. It'd be the same as if I rented a U-Haul and picked up heads, or I picked up an engine. You know what I mean? The only means I've got to go get one is U-Haul. And we already know it's going to be right at $500 to go a couple hundred miles to pick one up. We know this. Been there, done that. But hey, if it worked, everything had been fine, we'd all be smiling and yay, so I'm not upset with myself or nothing. I wish it hadn't have been the block. But you know what? It is what it is. Just like before when the block went in that winter, maybe she got mad because she got hit in the ass. Who knows? Except the block got cracked before she got hit in the ass, so I really can't say that. Oh, if somebody can send one to me, but you know what? It's going to be $500 shipping, I guarantee, probably. You know what I mean? But hey, if I'm open to anybody that can get me an engine, they can, ship it to me, donate it to me, whatever, up to $1,000, depending, of the mileage and stuff. That's all I can say and do. And I'm going to have to get a GoFundMe set up and get money again so I can do that. Because the $1,000 I've got, I'm going to have to go pay and get in a place to stay. Even if I didn't do that, sitting here at $20 a day with no electric or nothing is going to eat it away. So better to go find a spot and just, get a thing for a month and be set up for the whole month knowing you've got electric and shower and all that shit. I did call one place today, but they don't rent short time. They call themselves an RV campground, but I told them a month, maybe two, and they're like, nope, we don't do short term. And well, shit, I'll mess with this stuff tomorrow because I didn't want to get aggravated today or nothing before court tomorrow. Well, thank you, Mr. John, and I want nothing more than that. And I know the good Lord's going to touch some people's hearts, whether it takes one person's heart or if it takes 100 people's hearts. We're going to get together and it's going to get done. Anything worth doing takes time. And this is just the good Lord's way of slowing me down. For what reason, I don't know. But I believe everything happens for a reason. All this stuff might just come to a head and call a lot of attention to the petition, or to me, and then to the petition. I was always hoping that the attention don't come to me, but to the petition. But now I'm hoping that the attention comes to me over this AAA and shit and whatnot, so I can lead people to the petition. I've always tried not to become that big fish, the one that they want to, get rid of, the thorn. But it don't matter anymore. I'll become that big fish. I got some really good plans. Daniel, you can tell John what I have special I'm doing to the Cannebago, or Mr. John. I would tell you, but I've got some good plans, and this thing will get the attention that's. It's good to get attention already. You know that. But it could go viral, and unless it's just plain evil powers working against me, it will go viral. I think there's a real good chance that once I get her done and do the couple things that I want done, and I've got the stuff here to do, I hope I get a chance to put that on here. Now, I can still do it with another RV, don't get me wrong. But man, it'd be so much simpler to throw an engine in here and get this other shit done I want to do. I could do all that in a few days, But rent a place for a month, get our shit together, get everything done, another engine in and whatnot, and then head my ass down to Florida, January, whatever. I'm game. If somebody gave me an engine tomorrow, I'd try and have it set up where I could put it in the next day. Y'all know me. Well, let me get out of here, my friends. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please join me tomorrow if you can. And always remember, it's all about peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream, united we stand. If we try, we can all get along. My dogs love you, I love you, but most of all, Jesus loves you. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful evening. I hope to see each and every one of you at some point tomorrow. I'll know that when someone finds something. Like right now, it could be shipped to a shop I'm next to. But if it's next week, I hope to be in a campground or a trailer park or something. So if you find an engine and whatnot, we'll worry about where you can get it shipped to when that happens. Okay? Anyhow, Remember, we all love you and Jesus loves you. Have a great evening. Peace. See you tomorrow. Good night, y'all. Oop. Didn't want me to go.